A good basic skill for you to have when you first start learning how to make your own jewelry is to make a basic loop. Sometimes it's called a rosary loop. It's just a nice loop that you can string your bead on, and you can make a chain out of a bunch of beaded loops. For this, we're going to need some wire. We'll use copper here. Since we're just learning, it's best to practice with copper since it's a little less expensive than silver, so if you don't do it right the first time, it's not a big deal. Some beads. These are 6mm labradorite rounds, a pair of chain nose pliers, wire cutters, and round nose pliers. So first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take a piece of wire, and we'll take our flush cutters, and we're going to put the flush edge right onto your wire so you can cut a nice straight edge. This will make it easier for your loop to be flush when you make it. Now, with your round nose pliers, you want to go about 2mm in and have your wire come up right where the pliers come together. You want to grasp it pretty tightly, but not too tight or else you might nick the wire. And then you want to go ahead and roll it. Now once you get so that your hand is starting to become uncomfortable, you let go of the pliers, but do not let go of the wire. Leave it hooked onto the pair of the pliers that it's hooked onto. Roll just the pliers back, grasp it, and keep going until you feel the part of your wire that you're rolling bump into this part of your wire. So now, as you can see, there's your loop. Now I'm going to take my chain nose pliers, I'm going to go and I'm going to put them so the loop is on them, and you want to get your chain nose plier flush against the piece that you just brought around. Grasp it nice and firmly, but again not too tight. You don't want to nick your wire, and bend about 15 degrees until you have it so that if your wire were to keep drawing a straight line, you'd go right through the middle of your hoop. So you've basically made an eye pin. Now if your wire where you made your loop does not come around flush, you can rock it into place. You always want to rock your wire like that. You don't want to start bending it this way and that way, or else you're going to lose the nice round shape that you just made. So now we'll take our bead and we'll string it onto the wire, and then you got your wire cutters. And now this is where the practice comes into play. You can go and try, you have to try to guess about how far out you're going to be for your loop. So I'll go out to about there, and again with the flush side of the cutters to the wire that I'm going to keep, I want to give it a nice hard snap so to get a good smooth edge there. And we're going to take our round nose pliers, and just like we did with the other loop, you want to hold the wire in the middle and roll. Roll it away, open your pliers, roll just the one side until you run into the wire that your bead is strung on. And now when you look, you'll see that the end of the wire has come all the way around. Now we're going to take our chain nose pliers and put them in the loop, and just like before, tilt the wire so that if there were a straight line, it would go through the middle of the loop. And then see, I have some space here where the loop didn't quite make it over, so then I can go ahead and rock it into place, back and forth, nice and gently until it's together, and then there's your loop. So now you have the loop on either side, and we can take the loop that we've already made, open it, rock it open again just like you closed your loop, string it on, and then take your chain nose pliers and rock it back nice and snug. And there you have the beginning of a chain.